After dark.
After dark.
Hey, Tim.
This is for my buddy Apex Jeff. You know, the little Weird Al.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I saw this before. I like how Jeff comments 7 times separately on every video.
I love it.
I do that all the time too.
You need that.
I comment.
Yeah,
I
We need
comment
it for the
as I'm
algorithm.
watching.
Come on.
Yes.
Bro. The algorithm. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
help the algorithm out. But Tim, we were talking about last episode. We had some technical
I didn't get a chance to
difficulties
change
with your
my
internet.
shirt. I'm kind of
Do you want
upset
to change
about
your
that.
shirt? You don't
No,
have to
it's
change
okay.
your shirt.
It's okay. You just got really dark in your room, by the way.
Yeah.
I know, right? I don't know what happened. There it goes.
It's after dark. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Where are the clouds out? There we go.
This way, yeah.
There we go.
I switch it midway. Oh yeah, okay.
It's raining. There's
you
lots
get-
of
get a-
rain.
Yeah. How did you?
You got a cloud. You got like a legit cloud, Brendan,
I updated my. I think because I updated
to the new software.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Were
do
you guys
that
using
now.
like Snow Leopard or something like that?
No, it's like Sierra or something now.
Yeah. Like
Or
Ventura
Mon-
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Snow leopard, bro. Where have you been? That's crazy.
I'm the OG, man. What can I say?
Yeah. So, Tim, you sell on Whatnot, and you sell on Diptic cards. Are those the only 2 live platforms that you currently sell
Well,
on?
I sell on other platforms on the district application.
Correct. District application, Whatnot application. Do you sell on any? Are you Are you doing anything for eBay Live, Poshmark Live?
No,
anything
I
with
never
Fanatics
got
Live?
approved. I never got approved for eBay Live.
Who did?
And
Who did? get
yeah,
approved for that?
exactly. And Poshmark Live, I tried a couple of times. Poshmark's just going downhill real fast. It's a
Poop.
crap platform. Am I allowed to curse? After
Yeah,
dark?
you can curse.
Okay.
This is after dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a real shit platform. It's going downhill pretty fast. I will tell you that I was a huge believer. I'm a huge believer in cross listing, right? There was a time where I would sell maybe, like 20 items across 6 platforms. So I've been on Grailed, Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Etsy, Whatnot, and then the district platform. So at one point in time, I'm still active on all those except for Etsy. Etsy right now, my account's suspended because I didn't pay them any money. Now
Yeah, you should probably do that. Yeah.
I actually am contemplating getting rid of Etsy. I got my start on Etsy. That's how I got my start. I was a huge Etsy seller before I even sold anything on eBay. And they switched over new CEOs and board members, and it just started going downhill fast. There are people. Listen, anytime I tell you what I'm experiencing, doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. There are people that succeed on things that I don't succeed on, so that's perfectly fine. You crush on Etsy. What are you selling on Etsy?
Brendan sells
pretty much
selling it on Etsy.
Everything, pretty much. Anything vintage.
Yeah. So do you promote your listings on
No.
Etsy? You don't do any of the advertising?
Mm-mm.
What do you average not necessarily money wise, but sales a day?
It varies because I'm on every platform
Yeah.
too, but I don't really because I don't have a lot of inventory right now, so I don't really can't give you a accurate estimate.
So, but are you actively listing every day on Etsy?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah,
Etsy
so
is probably my number 1 platform right now.
Yeah.
Ahead of eBay.
I've been there before, and I and that's why I said that. Part of that's probably my fault because I don't list actively every single day, and I think that's not just an eBay thing. I think that's an overall general reselling, rule of thumb. So
You're too busy going on dumb podcasts.
yeah, no,
Exactly.
this is not a dumb podcast. This is a great podcast,
Oh,
but
it is.
I just the fees are getting ridiculous. They're so bad on Etsy. And then you don't have control over some of their fees. So if something sells from an off platform, say that somebody found your item off the platform, you have to pay Etsy a fee for that, even though you didn't elect to pay those fees.
Really?
Yeah.
So if it
So,
shows up on Google search, you get paid a
Yes. Now, I have to pay an extra fee for that.
I barely ever have that.
But it does exist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So it's just for me, the amount of work and creating an Etsy listing is probably the most time consuming of all platforms, in my opinion. What do you think? You list on multiple platforms. Would you agree with that assessment?
If you're doing it through the Etsy site, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do it through Vendu, so like it's like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing it on Etsy, like if you're listing something, yeah, it takes a long time.
Yeah. So like it's just I've gotten to this whole life of time and how I manage my time. So and I think that obviously to come back to the original question full circle is the live selling is, a lot of that has to do with time. Live selling is a you make your money on. There's two things you make money on when it comes to live selling: time and the buy. You make your money in the buy, and that's how you can live sell. If you're not buying right, you can't live sell and make money. I don't care what anybody tells you. And then if you're making money because you're saving time, so like that's the two big, I'd say, financial benefits from live selling, in my opinion. Now I was on Whatnot. I was one of the first in the entire reselling industry. Everybody called me crazy, by the way. I want to make sure that we remember that. Everybody said I was crazy and it was just a fad and, it's not QVC. And like I heard everything under the sun and the moon. I can never remember which one it's supposed to be. But it was like, everybody came for me because this is just Tim talking out of his ass again. And now everybody who's anybody has at least attempted to live sell or is live selling. And some people who have successfully left live selling, left static selling as a whole and gone live selling. Like it's just, it's a part of reselling now. And so, but it's unfortunate because, like I was on Whatnot when there was not a lot of people. I opened the vintage clothing category on Whatnot to the point where you could run a vintage clothing show on Whatnot and you would be the only person live in that category.
So why aren't you on there now selling? Like what happened? Since you were the first person there,
a lot of things
you would have like all the market share.
A lot of things happened. Whatnot I've never received anything from Whatnot ever. I've participated in live events, in which I was given money for giveaways, right? And that's about it. I've never been approached by Whatnot at any point in time, which is kind of like, I'm salty, obviously. Like I would be lying to you if I wasn't salty, right? Now I'm not. I'm kind of like grateful to a certain extent, but like I've never received anything from them. And even early on in the stages, like when I had a rep, like a contact on the phone, like I would talk to, you know what I'm saying? And I was the only one out there promoting Whatnot against everybody who said it was stupid. Never did I get anything, not a phone call from them, not an email, nothing to work, to have a working relationship with them. And so then, I started doing, at the time I was already doing live selling on YouTube, like for my glass shows. I was live selling glass shows on YouTube way before anybody even heard of Whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like the live selling for me is natural. Like I could sell, I've sold a slice of pizza live before for money. You know what I'm saying? So like live selling it's natural for me, but like Whatnot slowly started going downhill, and like I was selling glass on Whatnot when they didn't even have a category for it. They didn't have an estate sale category. They didn't have none of that. There was no category. I was just selling in the other category. And it was hard for me to get my glass audience to transition to Whatnot at the time. And so Whatnot just started going downhill. They to this day, since originally you could buy something on Whatnot and you pay the shipping, and then it was $1 for everything else after that. Yeah. And that they took that away because people are humans and they ruin everything, right? And people were taking advantage of that. And so then Whatnot has never been able to figure out shipping. That's one of their biggest downfalls. Number two was they decided to open up the floodgates and just let any Joe Schmo sell. That was the second part of the downfall of Whatnot.
Joe catching strays.
And then they don't know how to police their own platform, which is another major issue with Whatnot. And then their fees is another issue as well. So like I still sell on Whatnot, right? Like we talked about that. But I sell on Whatnot to promote my other platform. And because I have buyers that, you know, are loyal to me, and there's still a little bit of a opportunity to make money. So, and like, I'm not gonna say no to opportunity to make money, but like, it's not what it used to be. I used to have 50, 60 people in my room at a time. I was the first person on Whatnot to preload items before they even told people they could preload items. And there's receipts on all of that. I was preloading items.
Receipts. I'm gonna check
you can
those
check the
receipts.
receipts. I would preloading items before anybody even knew that they could do that. You know, and it got to the point where it's like I got sick and tired of Whatnot promoting the certain people and not promoting other people.
Who?
They only promote big sellers. They don't promote smaller sellers. Like, then they allow big sellers to have multiple accounts, and then all of their accounts are at the top of a page during their sales, all at the same time, right? So it's like they're allowing certain people who sell on their platform to monopolize while other people struggle. And then they want to tell that their marketing is really bad, too. They do a piss poor job of marketing. That's another problem that Whatnot
Do you
has.
think so?
Absolutely.
Why?
Tell me what's a promotion advertisement you've seen from Whatnot?
Dude, I see them all the time.
Okay,
and I think they're
tell
like
me what the
specialized.
advertisement is.
It would be like a YouTube ad or something like that.
But what is the ad?
The ad would be, for example, like someone paying someone like myself that sells on Whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna give me like $100. Hey, I have $100 to spend on Whatnot. Let's see what we can find on the Whatnot platform, and go that way.
But they're trying to entice people that they can go to their platform and find things for cheap. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's bad marketing for their sellers.
I can see that.
So now a buyer is going to, if a buyer goes into your show the first time, they're going to expect you to start your item at $1. They don't know anything else about. They don't know anything else about your situation. They don't know anything else about the platform, the app, nothing. They're going in there expecting you to start your item at $1. How does that benefit the seller? Why do you disagree, though?
Because I don't think that's true.
Why not?
Because
why not? Everything that they've ever advertised has been about cheap starts. Everything from the very beginning of their advertising. They want people to start their items cheap. Now, if I'm a person who can't make money in the buy, if I'm a person that doesn't have people in my room, I'm going to lose my face. Now, am I a firm believer in that you have to lose money to make money when it comes to live selling? Absolutely. That's part of doing business. But it comes a point when it's like, at what point do we like, you've created this culture of where Whatnot provides no value. All Whatnot is doing is providing a place that makes people think that their stuff that they're selling isn't worth more than starting at $1.
I disagree 100%.
Okay, I understand you disagree, but why do you disagree? What
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
But why?
Think
what
the marketing
makes
is
you
saying
think?
the marketing is saying that you can find rare items at a discounted price, not necessarily starting at $1.
Yeah, but what is this? Isn't like one of these
for an item
commercials,
that's
infomercials where you can get a PS3 for $1, right? Like you ever seen those?
Well, yeah, what are those, like high bids or whatever?
Yeah,
I mean, it's if the item is good, of course you're not going to run a $100 sports card when you only have 5 people in the room.
I would at $100, or I would probably run it at 80,
and that's fine. And that could be like the draw, right? I've ran my electronic shows. I never start anything at $1. I started at
$2,
$8, $7.
Okay,
$50
plus shipping, because they're buying something that is worth paying that much for it. And if I sell it at $8, I'm making like a little bit of money after.
And
the
that's
buy
the other
cost.
thing too, is like, think about this: when you sell something for tell the people when they sell something for $1, how much money do they take home?
Oh man, you don't take anything home.
So like 17 cents, 20 cents.
Yeah,
like
like nothing.
They take that much.
It's a lot. I mean, it would be.
It's a 30-cent transaction fee, and that's across the board for all live selling platforms.
It's like 30% of
That's the
30% of
standard
the fee,
industry.
not including not including their fee, which is like a 13% fee.
In the end, you end up paying about. For me, in the end, I end up like if I finish a live show, the percentage of total fees taken is generally around 17% on Whatnot.
What is the difference between that and Dibdit?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Dibdit is a lot less. than
Or
that.
excuse me, District. Let's start there.
District. It depends on the marketplace. Every marketplace is different.
Because
As
the
an owner,
whoever the
as
owner
a-
of the marketplace is,
If you're as an owner of the marketplace, I'm obviously I'm paying a lot less than that. You know, but even as the sellers, they're paying less than that. And this is the other thing too, is if you're selling live selling, and there's also static listings too. What's one of the biggest complaints about eBay fees? You pay the fee percentage on shipping. You pay the fee percentage on taxes.
well, you know why they do
but
that?
listen,
'Cause
but
like
listen.
you said earlier, we screwed it up by listing something for $1, you know, and the
But
shipping
now-
was like,
But now, on I can only speak, on a District app, you never pay a fee on shipping. You never pay a fee on taxes. You only pay the fee percentage on the actual cost of the item, and that in itself. What's one of the biggest complaints?
that's how it is on Whatnot.
What's one of the biggest complaints about Whatnot? Outside of the scamming and the fakes.
I don't
and
know.
Shipping.
What did you say? Freaks? The shipping.
Shipping.
I think just people
You have
just
no
don't know how to
control over
like.
your shipping. You have zero control. Correct? You could control it. You could put a cap on the shipping, and then what happens? They tell you how much money that it costs extra out of your own pocket. You don't determine that, correct?
I can see that, but I think the reason why that is
There's no I can see that. You have zero control of shipping on Whatnot. Zero.
I think it's just easier.
No,
It's
no,
easier
listen,
for
listen,
a person,
listen.
like an everyday person, to
Do
ship.
you
on
have
Whatnot.
zero control of your shipping on Whatnot?
I guess so.
Yes. You have 0%. You have zero control. On District, you are in absolute and complete control of your shipping. Not only that, if you go live, if you go live at 9 a.m. on Whatnot, and I buy an item from you, right? And then I pay $8 shipping, and then you go live again at 4 p.m. that afternoon.
Oh,
and
I do. I love that.
I buy an item from you at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I got to pay $8 shipping again.
Yeah, I agree with that.
On
Yeah.
District, we have progressive shipping, so I can I can go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You could buy items from me any of those days, and you never have to pay shipping again. And I control what you pay for shipping. So for sports cards, I charge $5 for shipping. Every single card that you buy from me after that is free shipping. No matter what time it is, no matter when I go live, whether it's a live sale or a static sale, it's all connected. Progressive shipping.
Hey, I mean, they might fix that. There's still a way for them to fix that.
That's like say that it's going to take them as long to fix that as it took eBay to process credit card payments on offers.
I think they could fix it. I think they could fix it. The
They
issue
can't
that
fix it.
the issue that I have for District. Oh, we both have glasses. The issue that I have with District is that it's not going to grow.
Why
They
not?
have no marketing. You were talking about marketing.
Because
at least
District doesn't
marketing
have
exists.
District is not marketing.
I know, but
District
you
does
still gotta
not
get people
market.
to hear about District.
Yeah,
them.
you got to get people in the door.
Yeah, but listen to this. Nope, your District does not have to market itself like how Whatnot has to market itself, right? Because District is not a platform. District is a hosting site. It's a hosting application. The platform is Dibdit Cards. Okay? You want to bring people in their door? How many? Look what Crazy Lamp Lady's doing with knickknacks. Are you kidding me? She's been on CNBC, Yahoo Finances, all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
She
for real.
really?
If
She's
I were to
making
go,
millions. She's making millions of dollars a year on knickknacks. And
If
she
I
don't
were to
got to
go to
pay
a
nobody.
grocery
She
store
don't got
and
to pay
ask somebody-
nobody. All
and
she's
ask
paying is her.
somebody if
Go
they
ahead.
know what district is, I would venture to say that they've never heard of it.
That's a good thing. I don't want somebody
How is
to
that
know.
a good thing?
Listen, I don't want
How is
somebody
that
to
a good
know.
thing?
I don't want somebody to know what district is. I want somebody to know what Dib Cards is.
Then okay. If I were to ask 1 million people if they know what district cards is,
Not district
I would
cards.
venture to say they
Dib
would not.
Cards.
Dibdick card is
Dang.
it's
We've
the same
been-
thing.
we-
And I get
No,
if I
it's
were to
not.
ask 1 million people what whatnot is, I bet my bottom dollar they're
Okay,
gonna
but
know
how
what
long
it
did
is.
it take Whatnot to get to that point?
I mean, since the existence, but I'm not. They're not even trying. They're not going to these. Okay, they're not
Why
even
are they not
going.
trying? Why are they not trying?
Tell me. I don't know.
Why is Whatnot not trying?
Whatnot is
Why-
trying.
But
They're doing it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is that district is not their job to bring people to your marketplace. It's your
Dude.
job to bring people to your marketplace. Just like
How
when
is
you're
that not
live.
their
Listen,
job?
listen,
if
listen.
I was a platform,
When you're live on Whatnot, do you rely on Whatnot to bring you people? I sure as hell hope not.
I mean, at least they.
It's on
hear
you
of it.
to bring people to your show. Yes or no?
This is true on my show, correct?
Okay,
But I got to get the people on the platform.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. I'm bringing people to Dibdick Cards. I'm not bringing people to District. You go to dibdickcards.com, you can go to my live stream. You can go bid on you can go buy my cards.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I want to run what Dibdick Cards is, which is powered by District, right? Is a combination of Whatnot, eBay, and Discord. All mixed in one without any of the problems that any of those other platforms have.
I'm just saying, and I'm not against District whatsoever.
No, I know that.
I'm just
Your
saying
problem
that-
is that you don't want to put in the legwork to make money. You want
No,
somebody else
that's
to do
not
it
the
for
thing.
you.
I want to know that the platform that I'm selling on is making strides in bringing other people in that I may not be able to reach.
Okay, Dibdick Cards has been open since February. How much money do you think our marketplace has generated?
I have no
since
clue.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if you had to put a number that you thought was a good number on a platform that has just opened up in February, it's now July.
I don't know. I don't know the
listen,
ins and outs.
listen.
I have no clue. I don't know how many users
But that's
you
what I'm saying is
have.
that like you're talking about people, right? You're talking about people, right? Like your concern is people coming to your platform, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm concerned.
But do you want people to come to your platform or do you want to make money?
both.
But no. You have to pick one. Would you rather have people come to your platform or would you rather make money? Are you more concerned about
both.
the optics of how many? No, you have to choose one. Are you
No,
more
I
concerned
can't-
about
that's
the
not-
optics of
You're
how many
doing
people are there?
You're doing apples and oranges.
No, I'm not.
I want to be able to put in the work on a platform that is going to pay off over time. And if
Okay.
I don't see any sample size to where, okay, district, I need you to do something.
But why-
I see
that's what I'm
Whatnot
trying-
at
that's
the
what I'm trying to
National. I
tell
see
you.
Whatnot at Fanatics
That's
Fest.
what I'm trying to tell
I
you,
see
though.
Whatnot
You're
at
not
all these
understanding.
places.
You're
Why
not
would I waste my
understanding.
time doing all this?
But you're not understanding. District and Whatnot are not the same thing. They're
Okay.
not. That's what you don't understand. District and Whatnot are not the same thing. Dibdick Cards and Whatnot is the same thing.
I get that. I
Okay,
get what
you
you're
understand what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
District.
you're
and-
like comparing like Shopify to a Shopify store. I get that.
exactly.
So you want to bring people into your store.
my
that
platform.
you sell
My platform
online
is Dibdick
stuff
Cards.
Powered
My
by Shopify.
Whatnot is Dibdick Cards. I am Dibdick Cards. They are Whatnot. That is my competition.
Gotcha.
True.
Yeah.
I see
Okay.
what you're saying.
So like from February to July, we now became the second largest sports card marketplace on District.
Who's the first?
Midwest Box Breaks. And they've
Shout
been
out to
around
Midwest
for
Box
years. We've been around since February. We've already surpassed every other sports car marketplace. A lot of these marketplaces fail.
It's because there isn't any other.
Why,
There's five.
you want to know? You want to know why all these other marketplaces fail? Because they don't want to do the legwork. They want people to come to their platform without doing any work. Right? That's what they want. People want to become a live seller. They want to go live on Whatnot, and they want to know why there's only 5 people in their room.
Okay, so Tim,
Why is there only 5 people in their room?
how do you get more?
Do you
people
blame
on
Whatnot
your
for that?
No.
But you also were blaming District for not bringing people to their platform. But you don't blame Whatnot for somebody only having 5 people live in their stream.
Well, that's their problem.
How does that work?
Like, you need to bring them on the platform. Once they get into my show, hopefully they can stick around. But they
what
gotta get on the
happens if what happens
platform
if they
first.
never come into your show? They're on the platform, but they're never come to your show.
The more people on the platform, the more of a possibility that I can make money because the pool is larger.
But also, how many
what's
more
gonna happen
sellers are
when
on
you
that
exhaust-
platform? How many
when
more
you
sellers are on
exhaust-
that platform? You have millions of
ton.
people
That is
live at
true.
a time.
I agree. Yeah.
And there's not enough buyers for everybody to make money on Whatnot. And Whatnot chooses who to promote at the top of their pages in any given category.
Well, hopefully.
And who do they promote? They
your
promote
boy.
the people that are making them the most money.
This is true.
So if you have 5 people in your room, you're never going to get more than 5 people in your room unless what?
You promote
you give Whatnot money. Does your Whatnot listings come into Google search?
I don't know the answer to that.
No. District, if you have a listing on Dibdit Cards, it will come up in Google search for free. You have
Joe,
to pay
what
pay
say
for
you?
that.
I'm trying to think what I was just going to ask you. Okay. All right, Tim, I understand your whole thing. How are you going
I get it too.
to get to District just to buy cards on your Dibdit cards? You still got to get people to hear about District to get there.
Well, you don't have to. You can hear about Dibdit Cards. You can literally go to dibditcards.com. You don't have to go to District.
But what if I never heard of dibditcards.com?
That's my responsibility to promote that.
So do you have like a huge multi-million-dollar marketing?
No, I don't have a huge
agency
multi-million-dollar marketing. It's
So
all
how are
grassroots.
you- So, okay.
We rely on our social media. We rely on our podcasts. We rely on every time I sell a card. Every time I sell a card, I'd stick one of these cards in that package. Whether it's on Whatnot, eBay, Collects, any of these apps. Anytime I sell a card, I stick this card in with their cards.
So you're just slowly,
Yeah. But this is the thing is that we have almost 2,500 members on our platform right now.
Okay.
Right? And since February.
Okay. So
Now,
what's gonna mean,
we've generated almost $200,000 in revenue since February in our marketplace.
so you're putting that card in every one of your sales.
Mhm.
Are the other guys that
Yeah,
are selling
everybody is promoting, and this is the other thing too, is that like
they're putting a card in, all of those guys are putting a card in on an eBay sale or Whatnot sale.
for those of us that have them too, and everybody who joins also gets a.
Not everybody has those
No,
cards.
not everybody has those cards. So what they have to rely on is they have to rely on themselves, right? Like we promote the marketplace for our sellers, right?
Right.
And we use different marketing tools. For example, right now, you can go to dibditcards.com and you can put in a $1 offer to win some crazy to get some crazy Pokemon thing. I don't know what it is. Ray probably knows. 1990 Pokemon action pack something. And it's a whole box of packs. It's like $200 value. You can go there right now and put in a $1 offer, and if one random person who put in that dollar offer is going to get that for $1. That right there is generating crazy buzz. People are coming in flocks, becoming members.
I disagree because the cards that you're selling aren't worth it. They really aren't worth anything. Nobody wants those cards.
Nobody wants those cards for $1.
For $1, I'll take them for $1, but they're not worth. People aren't.
So you don't think that
looking
you don't
for-
think that the eBay comp for that particular item is not $200?
I mean, maybe.
Yes or no?
But
Yes or no?
yes, but
Okay,
nobody.
So then what do you mean?
no
it doesn't have any
collector.
value?
No collector is looking for that particular pack of cards.
But if somebody told you that you could get it for $1, what are you going to do?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Shoot, if I get a candy bar for $1, I mean, I'll get a candy bar.
That's promoting. It's bringing people in, right? We're going to have Gary V on our platform. You don't think that's going to bring people in?
When is that? When are you having it?
In August.
Dibdit cards?
Yes.
Coming up fast.
Now, wait. Why would he go on Dibdit cards when he is selling all of his crap on whatnot?
Exactly.
Right.
Because
he wants to get his hand in on the Dibdit cards as well.
Shoot, if Gary V wants to buy into the district platform and promote that way, then yeah, that's fantastic.
Because if you could really that's going to really help getting him in.
I mean, like, so just having Gary V on because we're going to do a V Friends break. He's going to come on before we start the break. Like where else are people bringing Gary V on? Where else?
Oh, Instagram.
Who?
What do you mean? Wait, who?
But you're talking about the platforms, but I'm talking about who promoting what? Gary V's not getting on Instagram promoting Instagram. He doesn't need. Nobody needs to promote.
He's
Instagram.
going on Instagram and he's promoting
himself
and telling all of his people, "Hey, I'm going to be on Dibdit cards."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that like that's huge for us? Like nobody else is doing that.
That is,
so like that's promotion. That's putting in the legwork, right? Like that's not something where you just. People pay money. People pay money to have Gary V come and speak, right? A lot of money. Oh, yeah. We don't have to. We're not paying nothing.
Whatnot did the same thing. Back in February or something too?
Yeah.
And now when you go on Whatnot right away, the top thing you can see is Gary V cards. Like it's like right
the
there.
V Friends. Yeah.
So like that's part of the promotion. That's part of the marketing. It's bringing people.
And I mean, to Gary's, defense also, he's trying to make this IP one of the biggest in the world. So of course, if there's a buzz and Dibdit cards, he's going to check it out and hopefully get the people,
because that's going to be, it's a win-win. I mean, he's going to, he's promoting his product, but he
knows
helping
that.
us.
Yeah.
So like, but like, that's the thing is that like, all the content that we pump out, right? And all the times we mention it and this and that, right? Like, and to be honest with you, the best part of slow growth is making money, right? Building a foundation. One of the biggest downfalls of Whatnot was their inability to understand slow growth versus fast growth. And
Tim's talking about like the downfall of Whatnot when Whatnot is like a behemoth in the space that.
But it's what
you know what I mean?
Whatnot is not what it was, and Whatnot is never going to be what it could have been if it didn't make the mistakes that it made. That's the bottom line. Whatnot has one of the worst reputations in the world right now. Do they not?
I would say it's not great, but people think about that. People think about that on eBay. People think about that on eBay,
right? But that's what I'm trying to tell you is that our goal, what we're trying to do, is we're trying to build something that answers everything that people hate about eBay, about Whatnot, right? We are the anti-eBay, the anti-Whatnot. Does that mean I'm not going to sell on eBay? Hell no, right? Eventually, I would hope that I get to the point where we have grown enough where I can solely rely on that. But I'm not foolish. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there's not more money in eBay. I make more money currently right now on Dibdit cards than I do on Whatnot because I'm paying less fees. And then some people are going to be like, oh, well, why would I join Dibdit cards? Why can't I? Well, I'll just go make my own marketplace. A, you have to get approved to build your own marketplace. B, you got to have the time. You have got to have the manpower. That's why only certain marketplaces succeed, because there's a lot of legwork that goes into it. You're in charge. When somebody's got a problem, they calling customer support, you're first up before. That's the luxury, though, of District is you have the insurance policies of District, you have the support of District, and you have the hands-on of District engineering. So those are your positives, right? But everything that we're building through all of these marketplaces is everything that people hate about Whatnot, hate about eBay. We've been able to literally give you the answer to those things. Like people hate having to pay for all that shipping on Whatnot. Think about people who buy 30, 40 cards in the live stream on Whatnot. They're paying way more money than it costs for Whatnot to ship them. Whatnot is scheming their buyers out of money through shipping. We've answered that problem. People are tired of eBay fees. They don't want to pay the fees on the shipping. They don't want to pay the fees on the taxes. We've answered that problem, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you want to pay if you want to run an auction on eBay and you want to run it for $3, you got to pay extra money, right? If you run an auction on Dibdit cards, you can literally select the day, the time, the length, whatever you want it to be. Done. Free. You want offsite ads promoted? You got to promote your listings on eBay, on Etsy. You make a listing on District in the Dibdit marketplace, you're getting Google search ads for free. No extra charge. Right? Like literally, like you can complain about anything you want to complain about any platform. We've solved those complaints. As a seller, we're enticing you, right? Now it's our job as marketplace owners and as sellers to bring in buyers. Right? But in order to buy something, you have to have somebody to sell it to you. So we've created the first foundation of pleasing the sellers. And most sellers are buyers at heart, right? So now we have a web of marketplaces under the Dibdit umbrella. And now we have the opportunity, we have the ability to. So if you go live in Dibdit and you're selling video games and nobody's live in Dibdit, but somebody's live in Dibdit cards, they can come over to our marketplace in a raid. We can co-host. Oh my God, I didn't even get to that yet. You co-host it. You co-host on Whatnot?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if me and you are co-hosting on Whatnot and you're running the stream, can I sell something?
I do like.
Can I sell something and get paid for it?
Well,
No.
I'm sorry, they couldn't hear you. What was that? No, right? No.
Not yet.
No.
Money
Not
later.
yet. Of course,
Not
everything's
yet.
not yet with Whatnot. You sound like eBay. Okay.
Not yet.
And so, not yet, right? But I can co-host right now with somebody on Dibdit cards, and we just alternate selling. And what I sell goes to my pocket. What he sells goes to his pocket. And all of my followers see that I'm live. If I'm co-hosting, then they all get a notification. And then, so if I have a new seller, then that new seller wants a little bit of boost. I can go with them. I can guide them through it. Not only that, if you're live and you're having a problem, I can come in and do the voice of God without even joining your thing, but you can hear my voice and I can guide you through a problem. Can you there's not even anything remotely close to that on Whatnot. Whatnot is behind right now. They're behind because what did they focus on? They focused on fast growth, the fast dollar. They're behind on the technology right now. Because all they're concerned about is that their biggest sellers are bringing in money. They don't give a damn about anybody else except for I give you 100 people.
Wouldn't you be the same? Wouldn't you be the same way?
No, because that's not good for the long term. You're going to turn people away.
So Tim, if I start selling on Dibdit cards and I'm having an issue, somehow you're gonna just pop in while you're eating your hot dog before the show.
That's my responsibility as a marketplace owner.
Grilled chicken sandwich on a naan.
Whatever it was.
That's my responsibility as a marketplace owner.
You're gonna find somehow you're driving. You're gonna pull over and you're gonna voice of God and help me out, or is there?
There's other. We have other marketplace owners. I'm not the sole owner, so it's a collective that is owners. So generally, there's somebody to help if need be. I mean, there's also obviously you have test features. We have an entire chat board too within the marketplace, which you don't have. There's no sense of community and whatnot, right? It's every
I disagree.
You disagree?
100%.
Yeah, of course, because you're part of the clique, right? You're part of the clique. There's no. What is your sense of community? Where do you commune?
You create it.
Where do you commune?
What do you mean? What?
Where do you commune?
Within the show.
Community? Where does your community commune?
Within the show. Within
the
people's
show. So
shows.
somebody has to be live for you guys to commune.
This is correct.
Okay. But we have it where you don't have to be live to be in the community.
Or in the messages, you can send like a
direct
group
message.
chat or
no. But we're talking a full-blown Discord in the marketplace.
dude, nobody knows how to use Discord.
But people know how to use chat rooms, right? That's eight.
True.
I mean, my mom knows how to use a chat room. Everybody's using Facebook, TikTok, AI, Chat GPT. You telling me somebody doesn't know how to use a chat room?
So when is District going to get involved in cross-listing platforms like Vendu?
So that has been something that's been talked
Good
about
question, Joe.
heavily. Now, a lot of that is back-end engineering. So there are downfalls, which I'm
right,
open.
Right.
Yeah, which I will openly discuss, obviously. That being one of them. The second one, which is the biggest hurdle right now, is the Android app. That's the biggest
District
hurdle.
as there's no Android app for District.
There is
currently?
an Android app, but it's extremely limited right now. So that's the biggest hurdle, I think, that's holding people back. Now, obviously, you can use it on your desktop. You can use it on a browser on Android, but it's not the same as the iPhone app. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a hurdle for sure.
Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah.
So
But
now
that's
when
something to expect when you're very small and starting.
So now when you're listing your cards, let's say on eBay, now you got to go over to your Dibdit Cards platform and list that card there as well.
Exactly. Now
You
that
sell it there, now you got to go and make sure you delete it off of eBay because you know.
But I use List Perfectly. I've always thought about changing over to Vendu, but like,
Does List Perfectly work with District?
no, it doesn't.
Oh,
It doesn't.
okay.
But I'm just saying, like in general, in
Right.
regards to your
Yes.
to the delisting aspect of it.
Yes.
You know, so like I think that a lot of that stuff is extremely overpriced. I think the whole AI listing stuff is absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Anybody who pays for AI listing is stupid. So like that's how I feel. But like, yeah, that is a plus because technically, correct me if I'm wrong, Ray, you can list something on Poshmark and cross list it to whatnot, correct?
I don't know. I don't sell stuff on Poshmark.
Yes, I think. Right, Brendan? You
You
can
can
do
do,
Mark too. Because you can't do
Whatnot doesn't have any cross listing capabilities, does it?
yeah, it does with Vendu.
Well, so you can cross list directly to whatnot now through
Yeah.
Vendu.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
mean,
huge.
if you're buying now, I don't know about like,
Yeah, buy it now.
auctions,
Buy
yeah.
it now. Yeah.
But as long as you get it in the buy now, you can transfer it over into your auctions
Yeah.
once it's there.
mhm.
That's another thing that's really cool too. So as a marketplace owner, once again, my responsibility is to try and help my sellers make money, correct? If I go live, I can pull
Or
any
make yourself money.
well by
That would
them
be my
making
number
money.
one
By
thing.
them making money, I make money.
This is
I'm-
correct.
You know, like I'm making pennies on the dollar, mind you, but yes, that
right
is
now you are.
But I have to put in the work, right? Like it's not like I'm just making money on them for nothing. Like some people think it's a pyramid scheme, like right, like a Mary Kay or something crazy like that. I love how you guys have motions for everything. Do I have to do? It's The Rock, baby.
Oh yeah.
But no, like I can if I'm live, I can pull any seller's static listings into my live.
Any sellers?
Any sellers,
Just for the business owner, or is that
just for marketplace owners.
gotcha?
So like if say for example, like somebody doesn't want to live sell, right? Because there are people who don't like live selling. They don't want to be in front of camera, stuff like that, right? Me being who I am, I can sell water to a well, right? So like I can pull up their buy it now listing and I can sell it without even showing it. Right? But what I'm doing is I'm using my ability and my responsibility as a marketplace owner to help my sellers make money. There's all these little nuances and stuff like that. And listing is very simple listing. And obviously you also have video capabilities in your listings, which is fantastic. And it's not like analog video listings like eBay. You know what I'm saying? So like there's a lot of these sort of little nuances that make what we're building special and different. Because there's other whatnots. There's Loop, Drip. What is the other one? Like Bozo or something like
Jamble.
that? Jamble. Like, like they're they were trying to create a whatnot. That's not what we're doing. We're not trying to create a whatnot. We're trying to create everything that people hate about whatnot. That's the big difference. Like, I'm not trying to be whatnot. I don't want to be whatnot. That's the last thing I want to be. You know? So, like, your main concern.
I think you're drinking from your own Kool-Aid a little bit there.
No, listen, I still sell on whatnots.
I know you do. Yeah.
Right? Like, I just gave kudos to whatnot for being able opening up cross listing. And I just I just talked about how we have problems with the Android app. Right? I'm not like a one-sided story, but I'm always giving you facts. I'm only giving you facts. I'm only giving you hard, cold evidence. And I'm telling you everything about whatnot. And Ray's over here like, not yet, maybe, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay.
When are you gonna do like what whatnot does? Like how Ray's, click my link, get a free $10.
Oh, we already have that. Every person has
Do
that.
you?
Every single. You don't even have to be a seller.
I haven't seen one.
You're a buyer and you get a referral code. As soon as you become a member of the marketplace, you get a referral code. You can use that. You can use that as a buyer. You can use that as a seller. I can create you your own coupon code that you can use to.
You're working behind the scenes. I hope you can.
That you can use to promote yourself. If you want to run your own sale at 40%, I can create you a code that you can put out on your Instagram and people can use it and get 40% off anything that you're selling.
Well, yeah, but I could also go on Instagram and just post a thing saying, hey, my store's at 40% off.
Yeah, you could, right? But let's be honest. People are lazy. They're a microwave society.
Or,
You want to know what's even crazy? You want to know what's even cooler? I can go live on YouTube and you can be watching on YouTube and buy something from my live. Can you do that on whatnot?
How does that work, though?
Yeah, how does that work?
It's called magic. It's called magic comments.
Yeah. Because
so we have that works with YouTube. That also works with Instagram. So I can post something on my Instagram story. You just reply claim to the story. It'll automatically take you to a checkout on Dibdit cards, and you can purchase the item from the story right then and there.
Well, you're selling a card live.
But not even live. If I want to do it when I'm not live, I could do that.
Static.
Okay. Right.
And
What
if
say
I'm-
you, Brendan?
I don't know. I
Give
don't
us
do
give
live
us
selling at
a
all, so.
give us a middle ground fella
Yeah.
here.
Moderator. Come on, moderator. What's your thoughts?
I mean, they both have their pros and cons, but
I agree.
Oh.
What would be a pro for district and what would be a pro for
Brendan,
whatnot and
hey,
what
hold
would be
on.
a con and a con?
Hold on. Brendan, you haven't sold live on Whatnot or District. Listening to this, which one would you probably jump to for the first time selling on?
Great question.
probably district.
Why is that?
It's one. It just seems so crowded, man, and everybody's trying to get like fight for crumbs and shit. It's like, I don't know. It's just such a powerhouse now, but like, I don't know. I feel like it takes so much consistency and like losing money to get on there. Like, like people still have like small shows and they'll be scraping by just so they can get followers, so they can build their, It's like that's not something I would want to do. Like, I'm not gonna stay losing money for like a year.
But you're probably going to do that on District for a little while too.
Are you though?
Aren't you? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't sold on District to know.
So like this is the thing too, is that like if you go live and you only have 5 people in your room, right? Maybe you're new, you don't have a lot of followers.
Mm-hmm.
I can put out an announcement that goes to every member.
Good.
Every member. Well, I do. That's what we try. We
Okay.
try to do that for every person who goes live but you also don't want to overdo it because people will turn off notifications, right? So we send out an announcement that somebody's live right now. People get that announcement, and then next thing you know, they have 10, 12 people in their room. Let's say I think that they had something really good. I might pop on live with them. One of the other co-owners might pop on live with them. Then all of our members get notified. Then that person runs a giveaway. And then all the people that are in that room now following him because he ran that giveaway. That's all that takes one show. One show, one giveaway, one moment. If you have good products, people will come back. Now with Whatnot, you don't have that. It's such a grind. And listen, if you can do it, Whatnot is great. What Paul has been able to do on Whatnot is fantastic. Like, I will never knock anybody who's successful, right? Because they sell on another platform. Paul's my boy. I give a credit to Paul a million times over, because he dug in and he did it, right? But man, he has to bust his ass. It's a lot of work, and you can't do it by yourself. He has to have people to help him, right? But like, that's one story.
Right.
Harry, like, and I used to always be against the notion that you have to have a social media following in order to be successful and Whatnot. I used to be against that. Now, it wasn't like that before. It was like, I'm on social media. People know who I am, but I am by no means anybody. I am at the bottom of the totem pole, if we're being honest, right? But I built a following up, right? But you can't do that now. You just can't. And I don't care how many times people will say that in that stupid Whatnot Facebook group, which I was a member of when there was 20 people in there. I don't care how many success stories these people will show you. Oh, I just sold $5 million. It's like the same people that are telling you they're making $5 million on Amazon when they're selling $5 million, but they're making $4,990,000 of it is cost of goods and fees. Okay. So like, I'm not selling anybody a pipe dream, but these people in these Whatnot groups who are affiliates are selling people pipe dreams, because it's not going to happen. And like he said,
I disagree with that.
Yeah,
okay.
because
They can dig in and they can be successful.
They can dig in, they can be successful, but how long?
It depends on the person.
Give me a person who has zero social media following.
who's the lady that you just told us to watch the other day?
Crazy
the
Lamp
Southern,
Lady.
The Southern
no.
lady.
Oh, Jenny down south.
She,
No social media following whatsoever.
she
I met
started-
her last year at the Nashville meetup. I said, Jenny, you need to get on Whatnot. Why? Because she is adorable. She has a great personality, and people I know would love her. And guess what? Every time she goes live, she has over 100 people.
How long did it take though?
Pretty much immediately, like maybe like a
Who
couple.
co-signed her?
I don't know.
Paul didn't co-sign her?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Because didn't she start like in March or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't long.
So listen, if you got good product, good personality, you know how to live sell, it
That's
can
what I'm
happen.
saying. Yeah.
But like that
goes for any platform.
But that's
Okay.
yes, that's a one success story though. But you know what I'm talking about? These people who are like,
You're making it sound like it's not going to happen.
I want it to sound like that. You want to know why I want it to sound like that? Because I don't want to sell people a pipe dream, right? Like even if I have a stake in Dibda Cards, right? I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody you about ready to sell $1,000 every time you go live, right?
That's true.
I'm not going to do that because there's no benefit for me in doing that. But these people will tell you that you can do it, right? It's like watching.
I'm that person. I'm like, you could do it, man. You just never know.
You don't never know. But let's be honest. I give you 7 out of 10 people can't do it.
At
I
least
agree.
They tried though.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with trying. I try everything because I want to try everything, and I try everything from both sides, buyer or seller, because like I think it's important. It's important to understand how markets work, how platforms work. You know, from both sides. I want to know.
Let's take. And I know I bring this an example up so many times. I think Dan can do it, but he is not willing to work hard enough to do it. But I think he could do it.
I would agree for the most part. Dan absolutely 1000% has the live selling personality.
Yes.
He does not have the confidence. Let me tell you, Dan sells on Dibda Cards, right? And he has shows where it bombs. And I'll go live after him and I will bomb, right? That's live selling no matter where you are. there's going to be days where you just are not going to sell stuff. There's too many variables that take into place. You got to have the right people in the auction. You have to have the right things that you're selling. You know, the time, the day. There's so many different variables, right? But then Dan and I did a live auction together, co-host. Best stream he's ever had. And there wasn't like 100 people in there. There might have been 20, 30 people in there max at one point. But best stream you ever had.
But again, it sounds like you have to have a co-host.
You don't have to.
Well, right. But you just he did it once by himself and it was.
Well, no, I'm just saying an example of one show.
He had a great show. Like I hear Archie Biscuit Butt talking about he did $3,000 on District last month, but also he co-hosts a lot with J Ride Flips or with maybe somebody in Dibbed It as well. So it sounds like
but isn't that a tool? But that's a tool that's at your that you have. That's a tool you have at your expense because you can't. You can't do that on Whatnot. So you know, like if somebody not yet. If somebody can't, if somebody can't succeed, but I'm giving you a tool to succeed where you couldn't succeed before, right? Maybe you co-host a bunch of times until you A, built up your confidence, B, built up your inventory, C, built up your followers. Now you can go on your own whenever you want, right? But there's other thing too, is like if I'm gonna go live, right, at 7:00 and Dan's gonna go live at 7:00, why would we split the audience?
Correct.
Why not go live together?
But hey,
you're never gonna find
once
that.
Dibbed It Cards becomes huge, there's gonna be times where there's gonna be multiple people on.
Absolutely. 1,000%. But this is the thing: is that live selling is a beast. Live selling is a beast, and not everybody can.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
It's a beast. Not everybody can tame that beast. You will try, and people will fail, and they'll be like, "Oh hell no, I'm not doing this. I can go to eBay right now and list this and pay 20%. At least I don't have to worry about grinding it out, right?" More power to you. I'm never going to judge somebody for that. Who am I to judge anybody in the first place, right? But like, that's the thing is that like live selling will weed itself out eventually. That's the problem with Whatnot. Like you either get big to the point where Whatnot is feeding you to the people, or you just fade away into the sunset. That's what Whatnot is. There is no in between. You are either eating for crumbs, riding away for a sunset, or you are in Whatnot's pocket. One of those three things. There's no middle ground. I don't think anybody will argue against that.
I have to disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think we're beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I have a Whatnot tonight. I'll have a pretty big Whatnot on Sunday, which would be it's a 10-minute raid train. Which last time I did a 10-minute raid train, I made $300. So hopefully I'll make $500. That's my goal for 10 minutes. So we'll see how that happens. I don't know yet. So
you don't know yet.
I don't know. I got to pull my inventory.
What's the raid train?
Battle of the best. So you're going to bring some really expensive items.
And start them at what?
I mean, I'll start them at $1 because they're not going to sell for $1.
Okay. But generally speaking, everybody's going to start at $1?
Yeah. Because nothing's going to sell for $1.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes. There's like 200 people on the show.
I'm just asking. You know,
come over on Sunday. It's like 7:00 my time.
That's 8:00 Eastern Standard Time.
I'll send you the link. But selling some Pokemon cards today. What do you got going on, Tim, over the years?
When does this come out?
This will come out on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, so I will be hitting the road in 2 days. So I'll be on the road. I'll be on my way to the National Sports Card Collectors Convention in Chicago or Rosemont, Illinois. Mm-hmm. So that'll be there. That's the largest sports card show in the world, and I'll be there covering that.
As of right now.
Is are they holding is that Allstate Arena?
It's at the Donald Something Convention Center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll be there for 5 days. So I'll probably be doing a bunch of live streaming throughout.
You're gonna bring a bunch of Dibbed It Cards merch with you?
Absolutely.
There you go.
So we'll be doing some live streaming from there on the No Bangers Sports Card Podcast YouTube channel.
Oh, and I'll be on the No Bangers podcast this Friday, so check us out.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Who reached out to you?
Huh?
What?
Tim doesn't even know.
You don't even know who's on
No.
your show?
No.
Gosh.
Wow.
Rod takes care of that unless I take care of it.
Exactly. That's why.
I brought in the guest that we have coming out on the Wednesday of National episode. She's an awesome content creator who like interviews athletes at all the major card show events. But anyways, yeah. So we got a lot of live streaming from there, and then I'll be after that. That'll be Sunday through Wednesday, and then I'll be in Ohio picking, and then I'll probably be jumping around a couple of states for the next 5 to 7 days picking until I come back to DC. So like my live streaming schedule, like as far as selling goes, I'll probably be doing a lot of live streaming up until I go, so I can have some extra money in my pocket. But yeah, most of that stuff will be pop up when I'm on the road. It'll be a lot of fun.
Nice. Brendan, you got anything going on? Guess I can
Picking later this week. That's about it.
There you go. JoJo.
That's it.
What are you doing this week?
Picking
All right. Where are you at?
Michigan.
Oh, that's nice. I've picked up in Michigan before. I like it there. Do you do the 127 up because that's where it starts, right? Do you
Yeah,
do
that's
any
on
of
the
that?
other side of the. I'm on the other side of the state,
Okay.
so
Gotcha.
it's like where it starts is like 2.5 hours for me.
That's not bad.
Road trip. Yeah, let's go, Brendan.
Yeah.
There you go. Joe, what you got going on?
I'm smoking ribs. I got a pool party this weekend. So.
Ooh.
Of course you do. Of course you
I'm
do.
coming over.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow Tim over the years on all of his reselling adventures. And let us know what you think. Whatnot, Team District? Hey, never know. So make sure you follow if you ever want to sell on District. Diptic Cards. Go contact Tim. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Like always, my name is Ray.
I'm Joe.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Tim.
That's him.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. See y'all. God bless.